Okay guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be working on the NYG, and what we have to do today is we're going to have to wet sand and buff the runs in it and see if we can salvage this trunk lid or if it has to be repainted. So if you've been following along, you will see right there, there's a doozy, and then there's like one down here. So we're going to pop this trunk lid. I'm going to see if I can get it blocked out. We're using the old iPhone today. SD card is full and we're a little slacking on videos. So let's see if we can get that out. I'm a little concerned where there's a line there. And I think there was a little dimple right there as well. So we'll see if we can get this. We might have to take this off and that out, but let's see where it puts us.
Yeah, but it's like that on the Civic, kind of came out pretty good, didn't it?
I don't think it was this
It was right on the quarter.
big of a run.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It's not even the run that you gotta be worried about afterwards. It's gonna be buffing it as well.
Yeah.
Because you can break through just as bad with the buffer.
Oh, yeah.
We should probably take that out. Okay, so we did cut this. We haven't buffed it yet. And we haven't used the tri-sock pad or the 3000 buffing pad. So it's actually really smooth. You can see that there's next to no orange peel left in here or dry spots. The orange peel, well, you can see around the edge there's going to be some. The 3000 will get that out. And then so we'll buff in it. So that's all nice and smooth. There was a piece of dirt here that I got. There's a piece of dirt here. And the run is actually pretty well gone, except for a little dimple right here, but you're not going to see it with the lock-in spot. It's more the fact that there's a body line here, and by the time you get that and buff it, you might give yourself a little bit of a headache, so I'm going to stay away from it. The one down here is completely gone, and the big one here is completely gone. Actually, I'm pretty amazed on how well that went out. So now let's get this in the garage. Hey guys, welcome back. Today is the day that the car is getting cut, buffed, and ceramic coated. Now you did notice I did wet sand some spots. I'm not a buffer, I know how to buff, but we're leaving it to professionals. So we have Joey doing his thing. So you will see from the earlier video, there was a run through here that has been wet sanded, and then one up here is pretty well out, and there was one right there that's now gone as well. We did 3000 the whole, well, 2/3 of the quarter panel, just because there was a little bit of orange peel that we didn't like. You're saying Jesus already? What does that mean?
It's gonna take some work to get it out.
So we're gonna let Joey with that. We're gonna get Joey's car in the garage. I'll let you guys see. So it's been cleaned. Joey's just going around buffing it, and then we're gonna show you how to ceramic coat. So I wouldn't suggest doing it if you haven't done it before, but we're gonna show you how to ceramic coat. Okay, instead of me watching Joey do this the whole time, basically he's gonna cut this panel. We'll come back once this is done, and then he's gonna go over the card spots and then ceramic coat. Okay, so after a couple hours of messing around, we had to grab the other buffer. So it was a rotary buffer, which is better for like more coarser, they take more stuff off, I'm assuming. So like our sand scratches. I don't know if that's a white spot there, if it's just because of the light.
Yeah, we'll see.
So we had to do that and sand a couple more spots. Jeff's in the other bay making noise, putting lowering springs on an Audi, which is Joey's Audi, by the way. So we are almost done our one stage buff. And then I think he has one more stage to do, and then a spray to take off all the waxes, I believe. Yeah. I don't know. But we're going to show you along the way. We're going to show you how to ceramic coat a car. So even knowing this car was freshly painted, you still have to do all this to any type of car, freshly painted or not. Obviously, if it wasn't freshly painted, you'd have a lot more stages to make the paint pretty clean. And, you know, because ceramic coat's going to bring out any kind of flaws that you might have. Look how dirty it is in there. I never cleaned the inside of it because I just taped it off because it was factory color and it's like so greasy. So, it's a lot of work so far, but it's going to be worth it. Like the trunk looks awesome. I wish you guys could actually see it because pictures wouldn't do this justice. Like you could hide stuff in pictures and video, but like this is just a single stage buff. Like that is, would you actually think this is a garage paint job? Like look at this through here. I can see the roof above me, the door. That's pretty wild. And then you've seen that we did wet sand this just to kind of cut out a little bit of the orange peel to make it look a little nicer, which didn't need it, but we did it. And Joey's probably cursing us that we did it because it took the most time because of it. So yeah. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty. As you can see, it has a really wild shine for being in a garage with not much light. The hood should be resanded and re-cleared. It was been done long ago, and you're starting to see, I don't know if I'll even pick it up. There's just a couple scratches. I don't think you can barely see it, to be honest. But we're gonna run with it. I want it ceramic coated. I don't want to do it. It's been re-cleared a couple years ago, so the UV protection's there. So in camera, actually it looks really good. I think you'd have to be very nitpicky. There's some this way. It looks like basically if you washed your car at a car wash and scrubbed it is what it looks like. It's like swirl marks, maybe a little deeper the swirl marks, but we're just gonna rock it and leave it. So we gotta do the lip on a single stage just to clean it up a little bit. And even on camera, Joey, this is just, it's crazy. It makes it look different because I'm looking at it out of camera and it, like look at it. Like you wouldn't even believe.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, like the camera's lying. Wow, I like this.
It is, but it isn't.
Yeah, it is that clean.
It enhances it a bit.
Yeah, it is that clean. It is that shiny. You just don't realize it till I'm looking through the lens and it's like, oh God. Okay, so now that it's all been buffed, it looks really, really shiny in here. We're gonna pull it outside and make sure we didn't miss anything. I'll show you what it looks like outside, and then we're gonna wash it with some Dawn dish soap just to make sure we get all the greases and stuff off the car so we can get ready for ceramic coat. So let's have some fun. Let's get this outside. Dish soap. So as you see, Joey is literally just dumping water on it since the hose won't reach this far. And it's just to get the dish soap off of it, which will help with any contaminants. That felt nice on my foot. It really did. Oh, but it feels good. So now to get it back inside and blow her off. Or do you want it outside and blow it off? I wish you guys could feel how hot it is today. It is. The humidity is ridiculous. So it's been washed, as you guys seen. We are just letting the jams drip. Joey's wiping it down at the same time. Other than a couple scratches in the hood, which was not redone, I think it's pretty acceptable. Especially for a 1995 Dodge Neon. So, as you guys can see, the thing just shines like crazy. Joey is certified for the ceramic coat, so we're gonna walk you through on how to do the ceramic coat at home. I think it was like $120 Canadian for the ceramic coat itself. So, if anything, guys, if you're here for the ceramic coat, make sure you watch it right. I'm not gonna be responsible if you mess it up, because you know you could mess it up, which will make life really difficult. So we're gonna let this dry off. When it dries off, we will come back and we should be good to go. So the car has been cleaned. It's been cleaned again, and we made sure that there was no water anywhere, and Joey's gonna start with the ceramic coat. So by the looks of it, he put a couple drips on it. And what are you looking to do? Just equally put it over everything?
Yep. It levels, self-levels.
So a bottle will usually give you enough to do 2 coats on 2 cars. So we will do 2 coats on this car, just like you would if you went to pay someone to do this. So it being so humid today, and not really in a controlled environment, I think he's doing panel for panel. There's water there though.
Yeah, just till I see how it's gonna react. See, I'll just do this panel right now, and if this takes longer than anticipated,
You'll do the other
then
panels
I
at
can
once?
do that whole door and probably the pillar before I have to come back and wipe it off. So I'm just doing this for now to estimate how long it's gonna take.
So you know, just buffing it type thing?
Yep.
For your first coat, how long do you wait for your second coat? Hour in between? I can see like this, like the
lines?
yeah.
That's the swing. That's what you're waiting for flash.
Actually, the camera picks it up really good. It makes it look like it's undried wax. Like when you're waxing a car and you haven't wiped it enough yet. Like the spray wax, I should say. So like you see like a little bit of residue.
And then once it cures or levels itself out and tacks off, then this just wipes through levels everything.
So like this is already
It's got
one coat on it.
fucking gloss. So it's hard to tell the difference, but
You will notice when the water hits it.
yeah. And if it takes, the 24-hour cure, then the week, just keep it inside.
Well, thank God this car's not done yet. So by looks of it, it's going to be a slow process. So I'm going to show you guys this part, and then when Joey's doing the door and stuff, I'll probably just check in every now and then, so you guys aren't watching the same thing. So you've seen how it goes on. I'll show one more time when he's doing the pillars, the door necks, whatever he decides to do. I'll show you how he puts it on. So basically he's not jumping ahead. So he doesn't want to start doing the pillar and quarter and have this flash too quickly and then kind of be in a little bit of a pickle. So we're taking our time. So We're gonna let that flash off, which you guys will see, and then we're gonna obviously he's gonna wipe it, level it out, I think is pretty well what he's doing. And then we are going to jump onto the rest of the panels.
Yeah, you can feel it on the rag. It's tacked up.
Good thing about this, now we can glue our roof moldings in, because we didn't put them in just yet because we wanted to wait till everything was buffed. And that way it saves you digging out compound by rubber. So I find that's a pain in the butt sometimes. So we're gonna leave it at that. We'll check back in. We get a little more panels done, guys. Holy crap. The video makes it just pop. Like it's crazy. So Joey, you said you're on your second coat?
Yeah, getting there.
So what have you done second coat on?
Roof, hood, front bumper, lip, and this pillar quarter panel is currently...
That's why I saw a little bit of texture at the top of that. That's what I was looking at. So same thing, you just put it on, you let it tack up, and then you wipe it off. Yep. So you'll see that there's like a little bit, like it's almost like an orange peel effect up at the top of the pillar. That's what I noticed when you told me to stand back. And it's like, what? I didn't notice that before. But man, look at the hood. And the hood wasn't re-cleared, guys, so there is a couple scratches in it, but like it's no worse than probably using it at the car wash. It should get a re-clear at some point in time.
Yeah, they'll have quite a bit of sanding to go through
Yeah, I'm not. Honestly, that's more than acceptable. It's an old car, man. Like
It is what it is.
Yeah, so. But when he gets back on the second coat, guys, I'll show you. Okay, so Joey just put some ceramic on the taillights. Our second coat is done. So technically, it is done. Now, you know, I love it. It shines. It's going to look good. If you are very, very, very nitpicky, you'll notice a couple things in my car. But I'm not going to tell you because it has nothing to do with the ceramic coat. It has to do with the paint. So it is what it is. So with the time we put into it today, it looks really good. As you can see, like the shine is crazy. I'm going to make sure I don't touch nothing. We are going to show you what ceramic coat does. We're going to put some water on the fender and show you. Look at that hood. Like the carbon fiber pops. Now again, if you get nice and close, I don't even think it will, yeah, you'll see a couple scratches there, but that was previous. That couldn't buff out. They were kind of deep, and we just said, F it, let's lay the ceramic coat down. So it's still going to shine really crazy, as you see. It does look amazing. So for anyone that's wondering, we did use GT quartz. I did put it on the windshield as well, or the side. I'm not big for stickers, but I figured that would work. Now we did wet sand the whole quarter panel, and that's like smooth as glass. Like it is pretty smooth. And even the doors we didn't wet sand, but you know, there's a little bit of orange peel, very, very slight. It's be no difference in factory. So I didn't want to get into buffing the whole car. Thank God we didn't. Could you imagine doing this whole car, wet sand and buff? It wouldn't have worked. It would have took me 2 days. We had a lot of issues trying to get this brought back up, and there is a couple sand swirls from the DA still in it, which we don't know why. It was gone beforehand. The ceramic coat pretty well magnifies anything. So if the car isn't 100%, it will magnify that. So I guess I just told you what there is for imperfections. So, and if you guys were following in the previous video or earlier, you will notice that there was a run there. It is now gone. Same with the one up there and the one in the trunk lid. So I'll give this a week, probably 2 weeks. Well, probably about 10 days. And then I'm gonna put my ACR decals on it. You got some water spots down here. Yeah. Once the ACR decals go on, guys, and you got a hair right there. I think it's just a claw. Yeah, there it goes. We'll put the ACR decals on from factory, and I still need to order the teal ones. I do have to say, for a 25-year-old Neon, it looks good. We are going to do the retrofit soon. We're going to have to clean the interior. It's almost time to get this on the road. We are waiting on, obviously, power coating our K-frame and our control arms and stuff, but I think I might sneak in some drives before then just because it doesn't need the K-frame right now anyway. So Joey's just wiping off the second coat in the back, and he can show you how well this glides. Like, it's crazy to think already. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour a little bit of water on this just to give you the demonstration of how it's going to bead. That is crazy. And that's not even technically fully cured. No.